Welcome back, guys. Oh yeah, this needs a montage more than anything. Dude, I can't keep a straight face in this song. I love it. We needed like a montage with all kind of things like popping on the screen. It's great. It's like the lyrics bounce between like being like X-rated and then being like so wholesome. It's the best part of the song. The journey. If you make a video, like an intro video with a montage of like stream clips and iDoc and Pickle, that'd be awesome. I would definitely use it if it was good. Am I buying the dip again? I'm still in that one contract. I mean, I could be, but we're not getting a lot of love from the stocks today, so I don't really know if I want to. But I'll definitely get my guitar and I'll play this acoustic version of this for you guys. A 90s teen movie style intro with this song. Yeah, right? That's what I was thinking. Then it gets all slow and like piano, like at the end of a church song. Speaking of coming, iDoc's here. That's great. The song is called Junkie Shit, and it's got a guy on a rocket scooter with a helmet. That's amazing. I'll never get tired of that song. It's funny. I'm sure 1 out of 20 people will hear that song and never come back to the stream again, and I'm okay with that. You need to have a little bit of comedy in your bones to be here. Yeah, American Pie Stock Market Edition. That's exactly what it feels like. That is too funny. It does really sound like American Pie-ish. I might just hold on to this one instead of taking another trade. I know. What do you guys think? As crazy as it's been. Yeah, Mike's got to make a few more of those songs. Oh, 100%. All right, I got one contract on the table and one account. That's it. That's literally it. I'm just going to hang on to it. See what happens. Welcome back to the stream, guys. Just playing around on my phone really quick. Oh yeah, those songs are epic. How many of you guys are in a trade right now? Y'all taking this along? I mean, I take it every time, but I'm sort of just chilling on this. You guys are? EST, y'all got some balls. I love it. Every single time. Been in profit a couple times, you just don't take the profit. Today's one of those days, right? Hard to take along when the res is negative, right? The travel's not much. And so the goal is when res is negative, as we know, right? This whole area is resistance. We always tell you guys that, right? This is all resistance here. Doesn't mean the market's going to sell off, right? Usually what you want to see is you want to see, will the stocks pick up? Like if I'm in a long, I want to see if the stocks will pick up. People come in and buy the stock underneath me. So the goal is when I'm trading with resilience not being positive, I can take a small position. This is small. And I'm betting that while we're waiting here, the people maybe want the stock because it's a discount. And so I want to see res tail up at the end of it, right? It'd be nice if there was an arbitrage play where the S&P was down and res was up. It'd be lovely, but we don't have it. Now the bet is, let me trade small and bet that people do come grab the stocks later. So yeah. Lack of confluence in res, trading at small liquidity pocket. Normally can hit it heavier, but yeah, you nailed it. Been in profit a couple times, still take profit. That's a no for you, dog. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. It was negative 1K earlier. Now you're up 100. So take this long with a very small position. I like it, Patch. Statistics trading. You're still continuing to press on your position. Taking it every time makes a whole lot of sense when you're playing on the odds. In a small position makes sense. You're doing exactly what I'm doing. You nailed it. That's what I'm doing too. Yeah, Carol, like when's the market gonna make some real moves? I know, right? I know. I am bored. I'm bored. Well, actually fighting this was kind of fun, but I'm bored sitting here. In the last, I don't know, 2 hours, the market's been coming down. I've been babysitting a long position. Haven't lost money on this account. Still green, so we're good. So we can't base on proprietary trading software or accounts, or is it just learning how to better trade in general sense? Both. We teach you how to trade better in a better sense in any type of trading with general practices, position sizing practices, market avoidance strategies and stuff. Then we teach you on top of it how to use liquidity analysis and positional risk analysis like what we do to find high volume pivots, volume prediction, and how to set up trade plans around volume prediction techniques. How come I'm trading NASDAQ but watching the S&P on the charts? No reason. I can just trade both of them. Usually I'll trade whichever one has the better looking resilience. And right now they both look kind of booty. So in reality, there's really no reason to trade one over the other than NASDAQ will move a little faster per contract. And I'm watching S&P, but they will pivot roughly at the same time if all conditions look the same. And as you see, they're all kind of moving the same, right? They look very similar. And therefore, they're both going to move the same. So it's trading one, trading the other is not going to matter. I could be in 2 ES contracts just the same. One contract on NASDAQ, but the pivots are where the S&P are. So S&P pivots are inside of the liquidity pocket. I'm just trading NASDAQ when S&P pivots. It's called proxy trade. NASDAQ doesn't really have anything nearby to trade off of other than its own redistribution zone, and it's not really good enough to break through this half gap. So this is where it's all resistance here. So S&P is where there's a lot more information. So I'm just watching that to see. And I know, like in the back of my head, I know that NASDAQ's pivots are at the same spot right here. Just to make it easy, keep it all in one place. What's my P&L today? Right here. It's like hit or miss. Oh, I need to update this because this account right here is up $1,600. So that's 16. Everything else is the same. 1,600 with this active position. So whatever this is added to it, or whatever it goes up, it's added. So I'm basically down. What is this like? My funded next got nuked. My funded futures I didn't touch, and then Tradeify's crushing. So when you add it all up, was this 48, 58, 68, and 775? That's pretty rough there. And this one is, this is 41, 49, 59, 69, 75, 81. Heck yeah, baby. I'm up $600. Thank you. So yeah, this flat-ish day for me total, although 2 of these accounts got approved for payout. These are just gonna have to work on this tomorrow, but can't win them all. You know, I have plenty of losing days just like anyone else, but splitting your risk is pretty fine because none of this really matters because payouts, I know payout. I think these are 2 are paying out, which is fine. None of this matters. These guys paid out. Splitting your risk is all that matters. Even if these guys did ever bust, it's only a couple $100 per account. These are going to pay out $3,500 each. So at the end of the day, forget what you see on the screen. At the end of the day, I'm netting $6,000 today. So when you split up your risk, you treat each account differently and work them all to payouts individually. If a couple of them fall behind, it's just the cost of doing business. Do I think ES is easier than NASDAQ? It is easier than NASDAQ, yeah. We just trade NASDAQ anyways because you like the craziness. The only reason NASDAQ is harder is because the bid-ask spread is always changing. Like right now, you can see on my screen, it's like 1 or 2 ticks away from each other. It's never like, so it moves faster like this. S&P is like a little more stable. And so NASDAQ is choppier. And also per contract, NASDAQ moves 8 points for every 5 points the S&P moves. So Nasdaq is choppier and it moves faster per contract. Now, technically speaking, you can cut down that fastness by trading 5/8 of what you trade in S&P. Basically, the ratio is 5 to 8. And so for every 8 micros you trade in S&P, you would trade 5 Nasdaq to keep it balanced so that they move up and down the same amount. But even so, if you did that, Nasdaq is still spastic. We call it the spaz deck because of the way that Nasdaq is priced. The idea is that Nasdaq can't really have a spread of one tick because of the way it tracks the underlying. Nasdaq has to jump around a lot because the tick size on Nasdaq is too small. So Nasdaq, technically speaking, shouldn't be trading on quarters of a point. Nasdaq, technically speaking, should be trading about half a point or 1 point each. So the denomination, this is why Nasdaq has a bid-ask spread like this, because it's too small. So Nasdaq moves in increments of like this, but the tick size is small pieces. So the bid-ask is like always jumping around and has a spread. Because when they made the Nasdaq and the tick size, Nasdaq wasn't 23,000. You know, it's much, much, much lower, but they never really changed the tick size. Therefore, Nasdaq is always going to have a big bid-ask spread because this technically is too small. But that's just the math of tracking. I wish Nasdaq traded in single point increments, but that's just me. It would be less spasticky if that was the case. Yeah, just curious about the reason. Yep, that's it. Because the reasoning, mostly because of the spastic nature of it, is because this is too small. Like S&P is fine at a quarter of a point. Like S&P at a quarter of a point is just the right amount. That when the S&P stocks move, and S&P has to readjust its value, it never has to go more than one tick. Nasdaq, however, because the weighting in tech also makes it move faster, the CME group really should readjust this to at least maybe half a point or maybe 1 full point, and then it'll be slower. I guess be liquidity pocket 5 times today, guys. Like, how many of you guys have traded this liquidity pocket like 5 fucking times today? All right, I'm done. I'm just gonna take the money. Like every single time, every single time, every single time. It's 5 for 5 today. 5 for 5. 5 for 5. Same thing, dude. Do I tell people when to buy and sell? No, never. I don't like people that much. Ever try to help them with their investment. Nothing personal. I mean, I like you guys a little bit. I would never tell anybody where to buy and sell. I don't even tell myself where to buy and sell. Every single time. I'm tired. When indicators on the bottom. At the bottom is called resilience. It is a gap fill predictor and hedging predictor on the stock market in general. Inside of this white box, this white line is telling me that the top of the box in the middle of the box is resistance, which is why it's been selling from that top area all day long. This white line is above 0, then this whole white box becomes support. So basically, it's a polarity shift on like what this area is. If it's less than 0, then it's resistance. If it's greater than 0, it's support. So currently right now it's less than 0. So all of this is considered resistance. All right. So I traded to it and closed out. If this was greater than 0, I would have held on. But 2 different things. We have liquidity pocket A to B, but with negative resilience, I closed out. Everybody today, right? You've watched me make this trade 5 times today. Those of you in the boot camp, hopefully you've learned how awesome Matt's bread and butter trade is. Hopefully. Matt's bread and butter, man. I did like clockwork today. It was such an easy day as long as you didn't chase highs. If you traded from here to here, got out. I only got beat up once on this account here at the start of the day. It was here, and that's it. On these accounts, oh wait, you can't see what I'm circling. Let me go over. I got beat up once for the most part, which is at the start of the day. I longed at the open when things were looking good right here. I took the long. I added to my position, and then it just fell and fell and fell and fell. And then I started adding at my Tradeify to kind of build back into it. But then my fund and next kind of hit lost targets, and I closed out, and then I didn't trade them anymore. Useless trader. Just said Siren talks, even Trade trades live. You guys are funny. I don't know what's worse. Me being here or you watching me be here. At least I'm not scrolling around on YouTube with my afternoon. I bet you, Mr. Guy that has something to say, I don't even know you at all, but I bet you would trade place with me in a heartbeat if you had the opportunity. Like, you would absolutely want to be where I am and what I do and who I am. I don't even know you, and I love myself so fucking much, I would never trade places with you. I don't even know you. We're not the same. Thanks for muting him. That's how awesome I am. I even fucking know you. I would never trade places with you. That's how great my life is. Like, I don't care. You can tell me whatever you want about yourself. I would never, never leave my body and go anywhere else. My life is awesome. I do take trades live. I've made 30 trades today, 40 trades. I've been trading all day. I think some people just like, there's some guy on Twitter that keeps saying the same thing. This guy never trades live. What a fucking moron. I literally push buttons all day long. Like, let me just show you guys something in the channel here. Like, I think people are just funny, just trying to troll or whatever, but I don't know how much more obvious it can be. There's literally a gold box drawn around where I'm trading so you can see the buttons. It's pretty obvious. And maybe not obvious if your mom dropped you on your head when you were a baby, but for most people, it's obvious, I feel. Maybe it's small, but I would have to say it's definitely there. We didn't start getting trolled on this stream until I turned out the advances of some struggling prop firm. It's a prop firm that started invading my DMs and invading my comments, trying to get me to promote them. And when I said no because they're affiliated with pump and dump scammers, I kind of called them out. Then all of a sudden, I've been getting randomly trolled by an account followed by those pump and dump scammers. So let me see if I can find a place where I was trading. Oh, here it is. Ready? Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in and let me make it 1080p. Let's go. Let's go as high as we can go here. Oh, that's as high as we can get. All right. Now, for the class, for the fire retardant people in this chat room, right here, there's a number. It's just a position size and a P&L. It never moves. This was like on the stream here, so. But coincidentally, these troll accounts are run by were followed by these pump and dump scammer guys. So, you know, this is what happens. But I'll tell you, there's more power in this community and the combined communities of me and my friends here than pretty much anybody in futures trading. And, you know, if we don't use a prop firm, it'll never get off the ground between all the people that use these prop firms. So people get mad when you don't use it on your stream. I get it. Whatever. They need to get some big influencer to rep them because there's 10 million prop firms. If they don't get somebody to rep it, then it probably won't grow. But I get like hundreds of requests a day. I feel like if people like, or me of a week, like, check out our prop firm. Hey, rep our prop firm. I'm like, gosh, man, there are like a bajillion prop firms out there. And it's so competitive. Unless you get some big YouTuber or something to support you, you're never going to get off the ground. So I get it. But coincidentally, it is what it is. You're dyslexic. Is it weird watching yourself? I do. I feel dirty after watching myself. Say you, it wasn't obvious to you. I have to watch myself. I do. I love Googling myself and checking myself out in the mirror. I usually stare at my own biceps, blow kisses at myself in the afternoon. You're dyslexic. Are you really? Or are you just trolling me? You're watching Matt watch himself. Like, that's creepy that I'm watching myself. Like, and y'all are watching me watch myself. That's even creepier. Have to navigate a funded account to reach payout. Bashi, join the boot camp, dude. We teach a bunch of classes on position sizing and risk management techniques. As you guys see, this area being resistance right here. That's what I would talk about. Why I exited my long. God, I've been making this liquidity pocket trade all day long. It's really nice. If I can guess where the market would end up today, to the upside. Yeah, always in this environment. My choice is always bet. It's always based on the greater market. This ratio greater than half is bullish enough, which means we're closing above here with 90% of days following that trend. Here. So if I were to bet anything above here to close with 90% accuracy on that claim, 90% of days do not leave a liquidity pocket. This ratio is greater than half. The market will support here with the high probability. Now, if it doesn't, it'll likely be the last hour or half hour of the day, and MOC could collapse this market in the close as a rarity, but it would basically like, this is not going to happen today. If anything, and it does fall and it goes here and it goes here and then presses, it's still going to like fight its way lower, even if it does. That's probably likely. So if anybody were like trying to short this, I wouldn't be betting on a market crash at all. If anything, I'm doing what I've been doing all day. Again, not investment advice or thing, but betting that this supports. Now, do we break out and rally higher? I don't think so, because this is really strong resistance also. We've been bouncing between the two extremes all day, and it's all going to turn out to be like how people run the stocks up into expiration for options this week, you know? And a lot of stocks are kind of up and down and flat-ish. We'll have to see how that works out. Now, today, there's not a lot of pressure on buying the stocks, so I'm not longing for big ups. I've just been scalping this little range all day long. So my guess at the end of the day doesn't even really matter, because it's kind of 50-50. My confidence is that we're above here. That's it. But how high we go, and that's really the question. Current conditions say that this is resistance. Best case scenario, that's resistance. We already tapped that once. So it's like where are we going, right? Whew, guys, thank you for tuning in today. Hit the like button real quick. Do me a favor. Smash the like button. We always get about 500 or 600 people here in the afternoons. All right, everybody, I left the poll on the stream. Make sure you like the stream, by the way. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Yeah, watching myself is kind of weird. Let me turn this off. Yeah, if you guys know how this goes, do me a favor. Copper Popper. This is crazy. How much is copper even going right now? I don't have, let me put on Thinkorswim. Copper through the roof on Trump's tariff on copper. Reason copper futures go through the roof, because people want delivery of that copper contract before the tariffs hit. So the copper is pricing in the value of those tariffs, because the demand will go up. Obviously, when this expires, that's why the value goes up. It's up 10% now, but it was up almost 17% earlier. Crazy copper. Makes the micro fluctuations of copper. Look at that. Yeah, that's like the highest copper has been in I don't know how long. Since COVID, at least. It didn't even get that high in COVID. Oh crap, this is like all-time highs for copper. What? That is insane. Copper is the next tulip. Okay, I love that song. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Here's a blue chew. Don't let the market flesh you. This market is due. Like quality lyrics. Quality lyrics. What will be next in line after Tradeify for direct to funded? Elite Trader Funding. Theirs is really good. And they have a 50K, which is really nice. It's very similar to the Tradeify one. You have a similar experience. Save your pre-1982 pennies, boys. That's right. You get that copper off those things. Are pennies, are they like made of zinc now? And they're like copper coated zinc or something? Or nickel, or I don't know. Aren't pennies made out of nickel? Nickels are made out of copper. Nickels used to be made out of copper in the middle. How do I calculate liquidity zone? John Henderson's a very highly technical process. It's done inside of the Rocket Scooter platform. It is automated. It looks at options, landscape, and makes determination of where these zones are. And right here, it's automated. So it just prints it for you. It's made out of options. And I take these levels from SPY and then I translate them to future. So I have the same levels here. We currently have a project actually this week. I should have a prototype of the automation of this being done, where it automates the translating them for you. They'll be ripping out your pipes and wires now. I know, right? Coining or mint errors. Yeah, like some of the coins with mint errors are worth a whole lot. What is the margin buffer limit? How it's calculated? It's it's 99% of the total loss value of a contract from an event that creates an illiquidity pivot. Long-winded answer. Let me do one for you on screen. You can calculate 99% total loss value of contract. The contract has a margin requirement. You lose 99% of that. Then you know how much the contract needs to move to lose 99% of that. And then you can calculate the yellow line distance. Our platform does it for you. And an example of how you will apply it. Let's use NASDAQ as an example here. How you draw it. I'll draw the next one for you guys. Very simple. Back here, we drew I think this is the anchor point on this one. Let me go back to here and okay, this was more than 5 days ago. Where did this one actually come from? Let me zoom out to the whole day. So let me show you the technique. I think this goes here. I must have accidentally deleted the line. Let me redraw it. Okay. So this is a class we teach on illiquidity pivots off of an event, right? This day there was an event that created an imbalance. Illiquidity pivots are all about imbalance. So the anchor point is the starting point of this move right here. And what I do is I'll take that 99% level, or I'll go over here to the Rocket Scooter platform. I'll go down to, what was that, NASDAQ. So I'll go to NASDAQ here, and it is 1700 and a quarter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a distance 1700 and a quarter from 22,598. I need to draw a little box just so you can see where it is. 1700 and a quarter. I'll just do 21,000. So this is basically a box of distance, that 99% number. Okay. And what I do is I'll take this box and I just draw this just to have, I can see it. I make it big enough so I can see it really far away. And I take this exact distance from this starting point here. From exactly here. Okay. And then at the top of that box is your yellow line. Now, just slightly bigger, I can see it here. That's it. Now, when the market moves, I'll show you how cool it is. Let me make sure I got the right. Oh, this is like these. This is from the boot camp. How cool these pivots are, let me show you. They are always strong resistance pivots no matter where you come from. As you see, let me just kind of go to a maybe a 5-minute chart. We can see what happens when you interact with them. It's forecasting a high resistance pivot at all-time highs. It doesn't matter, even if you are breaking out to all-time highs, it is a high resistance pivot. Every time you touch it, it's high volume. And this is extrapolated 1,700 points into the future. That is a high volume pivot. It's a very strong resistance pivot. It's predictable resistance pivot. Every time you touch it, there'll be volume. It's the exit on a long, and it's a caution on the other side. Market fell to that pivot here. There's resistance off of that line as well. Every time you break through it, there's a volume spike, as you see at the bottom of my screen. Let me make it bigger for you guys to see the volume. Volume spike. And they sit there forever until you break that little red line that you that started it. So an example is here, tapped it, pulled back. Here, fought it, fought it, fought it. Here, tapped it, pulled back. It's kind of like a balance point of that imbalance. Here, tapped it, pulled back, tapped it, pulled back. You see that? Tapped it, pulled back. Broke it, huge volume. Tapped it, pulled back. So you can see how cool it is, right? It's certainly predictable resistance pivot from thousands of points away. And it's a very strong pivot to the upside when there's a big move. So this example, this day created the move that we said on this particular day, 21,573 is that resistance pivot. And then 2 weeks later, we tapped it, we got near it, resistance, tapped it again 3 days later, resistance, and that's what it does. 5 days, like 2 more days after that, tapped it and sold off. So we use them as cautionary pivots, not to long into them because there's a rebalancing thing that happens there. And it's one of the stronger techniques. This is something we've been doing this technique we've had for about a decade. It's one of our favorites. And you can just see the market plays yellow line ping pong all the time. Pretty cool, right? My back is like, God. It's tight. So my guess is right for the end of the day that we rally up looking okay. Maybe that helps you guys. 526. Wait, what was 526, Garrett? Oh, okay. You were talking about the date on that one. Are levels recalculated for 6 p.m. futures open? Yes, they are. Cheerios once did a promo with the silver dollar. I remember as a kid, I remember those boxes. Like they came with a coin on the inside. Yeah. The anchor point. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Garrett. We're hitting the same stretch about 3 times a day. How we doing? Pretty good. Pretty good. I haven't really done much else since this one trade closed out, and this is my total for the day. Same 10 babysat accounts. I fought this one, the one you guys saw me trading right when it came on live after my funded. That was this account. It's now up. Oh, let me make it bigger. This guy never trades. All he does is talk. Here we go, right here. 1900 was that one I was trading on stream. These two have locked in payouts. And these 4, let's not talk about. They weren't that good. And this one I didn't touch yet. So my funded is still 0. I didn't really like today's setups when everything was kind of arguing with itself. So overall, I think I'm up for the day. I think if you add it all up, I think that's green-ish. Probably like $1,000 or $2,000 up. which is nice. But in reality, what really matters is I'm taking $7,000 of payout, which is the real win. So that's good. How do I take care of my mental health after a tough day? I never have tough days. Trading's never hard for me. Trading is challenging in general, but it's never hard for me because I handle it very well. I never leave a trading day feeling beat up, even when I'm losing. Let me repeat what I'm saying. Trading is hard in general. It's not hard for me, meaning I deal with it very well. Even when I'm losing, I don't feel bad. When I'm winning, I don't feel good. I don't feel anything in trading. Sean, so funny. But yeah, that's now it takes many years to like harden yourself to this. Trading is hard in general, but it's not hard for me. That's the motto. I teach that to people as like a psychological booster. Trading is always going to be hard, but you don't have to make it hard for you. The emotional side of things I have under control. My risk is never big enough to where I have a day that just makes me feel bad. So at the end of the trading day, I'm always amped and hyped. Like my life is awesome. I feel good. Even after I lose money, I'm never like in a bad mood. And it's mostly that comes from positional control. My losses are always in the same ballpark. They're never, I'm not going to lose 100 grand in a day because I'm not taking that much risk. I mean, my consistent approach keeps it to where my victories are consistent, my losses are consistent. So I'm never really leaving a trading day like doing backflips in the hallway, high-fiving iDoc, like, yeah, I made all this money today. I'm never like leaving a trading day like, life is hard. So it comes from years of practice, but also it comes from just managing your risk very well. Now, for those of you that aren't there yet, how do you manage a bad trading day? Is you should always take the day off. If you feel anything, don't trade anymore. Sit out, close everything down. Don't look at it for the night. Go to bed, wake up the next day. If you still feel off, take that day off as well. You want every day you start trading to feel neutral. You don't want the previous day to make you act like a wuss the next day because you took a loss, It's very helpful. I've got alligator blood in my veins. I'm cold, baby. Do I use ATM strategy? I don't know what that means. Brunel, if you can expand on that. Where's the blue chew? Yep. I already took it, man. Like every time I stand up, I hit the top of the desk. Oh, ugh. That damn blue chew. I can't even get out of my desk. Being an engineer helps. Engineers are like that. We tend to be very number focused, but I'm also different than the average engineer because I actually am like not as far onto the spectrum as most engineers can be. I actually am more of a I have a high EQ. Feelings are bigger in my brain than a lot of people. So I actually had a bigger battle to get numb than most people do. I had a huge ego. I had a lot of emotional ties to money when I got started. It was bad for me. It was really hard for me. I wish I was more on the side of the spectrum for my trading career, but it takes a long time to get a little numb to it. But mostly you just make sure if you feel anything, it's not good. If you feel if you win and you feel good, it's not good. Feelings are bad. Feelings always manifest into negative performance. If you overly celebrate your wins, you feel too much. That's wrong. You shouldn't be elated when you win because the money shouldn't mean anything to you. You should be proud of yourself for following your strategy and understanding that winning and losing is just part of the game, right? Keep a poker face the whole time. And that's really the trick. If you start feeling like, oh my God, I made some money. Yes, this is fucking awesome. You're already in the wrong mental state. This ain't even money to me. This is not even though it's money, it's not even money to me. This money that I make trading is never spent on anything but more trading. It's never going to pay my bills. It's never going to pay for life. It's going to invest in things or pay for more trading. So I don't see it as anything that's going to detriment or benefit my life whatsoever. It's just a tool for my job. It's a screwdriver. It's a hammer. So the money from trading doesn't ever make me feel happy when I win it or sad when I lose it. And I have enough of it to always be trading. And so I don't feel any attachment to it. To me, it's a tool for my job, ammo for my gun, right? And, you know, while I do like feel proud of myself or celebrate or act on the stream, I'm really just putting on a show most of the time. Like, I never, you can ask iDoc, I'm rigid. Like when I'm done trading, I'm normally just tired because I'm talking all day. But after a trading day, whether it's a good day or a bad day, you never see me moping around the house like, oh God, like leave him out alone. He lost a lot of money today. Haven't been like that in many years. But basically, as I got my risk management game under control. But also, I'm also in the same boat of, I don't care if I win either. It's like a numbers game. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. And it's all just numbers. And years of practice, I guess. It's easy to get a wife if you win. She takes it. If you lose, she will take more. So you're always losing and you get numb to losing. That's actually funny. But it's always bad for everyone in the beginning. Yeah, very bad. It was bad for me because I was completely like that kind of fearful trader. Like I'd lose. I'd be so scared of trading that I'd make a little bit and be so happy I won something. I'd pocket it early. So my losses were big. My wins were small. I got in those emotional asynchronous modes where I'm trading big losses and small wins because I'm scared of losing sort of thing. It happens to everybody. Poker face. Yeah. Everything's a nail. Yep. So it's more like a game you like to play. That's a good way to put it. Just a game you like to play. And so now if you're in the boat that you do feel something, how do you handle it? That's the next question. You should always do something that takes your mind off of the market. Don't look, don't pick up your phone and look. Don't look at your platform. Close out until you can fully reset. Come back fully reset like it didn't even happen. And if it's to the point to where you do feel bad at the end of the day, it's because you're betting too big. And the easiest way to battle that is to bet smaller. I have a rule of thumb I teach in my boot camp that says if you're feeling bad, you're trading too big. So how big should you trade? Well, as a starting point, it's up to you to find out what that number is for you. But the rule is called the get kicked in the stomach rule. And the following applies. If you were to lose X amount of dollars today and you were just done for the day, and then you took the same beating tomorrow and the next day and the next day for 5 days in a row, the same exact amount. If by that Friday you lost 5 days of exactly that amount and you feel like you got kicked in the stomach by a donkey or horse or something, and you feel like you're going to throw up and you can't even function and you're depressed and sad, then you're probably trading too big. And that kicked in the stomach feeling is a different level for everybody, but you need to be able to survive a losing streak. You're very rarely going to lose 5 days in a row. I tell you, you could even lose 5 days in a row if you tried. You're probably going to accidentally win at least one day in there to give you some happiness. But if you happen to take a 5-day losing streak, lose, it happens. It's rare, but it happens. And if you still walk away from that unscathed, then you're trading the right amount. Because then you get a weekend to kind of reflect. The worst case scenario, you get 2 days before Monday and you felt bad, and then you reset Monday and you traded smaller. So use the kick in the stomach rule. It's a very good rule because it's tailored to you and what your tolerance of money is. Some people will freak out if they lose $100. Some people will freak out if they lose 10,000. Everyone's different. Order 2 more, then 2 more after that, and 2 more of that till one of us passes the fuck out. For systematic trading, you've been cautioned to expect a loss of 30 times your daily expected profit on a bad day. Yeah. That's kind of what a big blowout day is kind of like. Matter, you still trading? Does this guy even trade? I'm done for the day. I'm absolutely done for the day. What if you have calculated your down system and edge to the ground? Do you still recommend to always have low risk that you could keep that account forever so you can find more evals? Okay, so basically what you're trying to say is my thoughts on do you recommend to always have such low risk you can keep that account forever so it can fund more evals? So in general, your job is to look at trading like a business, right? You have money that goes into trading. Now, money that goes into trading comes from another business, which is your personal income. You have income coming in from something, okay? And inside the income, you're going to have expenses to your life, right? You're going to have expenses, you're going to have savings, and then you're going to have budget for trading, right? Budget for trading, budget for props. However you take your budget for trading, that's going to go into another box that's going to decide what you do. Now, your job is to keep that budget alive, not just a certain amount of money alive. You have budget at the start of the month. Your budget might go down to here as you lose it all. Well, you re-up that the next month and you start over. If you give yourself a budget for trading, then that's what you have to play with. Make all your decisions around what you're budgeting for trading. And if you don't have any budget or income and you have like one trading account and one shot at this and you have everything tied up into it and you're not going to change that stubbornness, then your job is to keep that one account alive because your budget is zero. After your initial deposit, you got nothing left. If you're like, I can put in $1,000 a month in the trading, then you got all this math to do on how far you can stretch your prop firm accounts or whatever. Yeah, your goal would be such that your income, your ultimate goal in life is that your trading budget is zero. Because trading is a self-fueling budget that keeps fueling its own thing. The goal of any business owner is to take their business to have it self-fund, where you no longer have to borrow money to run your business. The business runs itself. And instead of you borrowing money from your other self, which is you with a job, your trading pays for itself. Is the ultimate goal that you trade for free. I've been trading for free for a very long time now. Trading has completely fueled itself many times over. That's why I feel the way I feel sometimes. If I blow up, if I can lose 10K or 20K or 100K or $1 million, I'll fund my trading account the next day. And so ultimately, yes, your goal is like a business is to have your trading business fund itself. And hopefully, like any business, the first step is once your business is paying for itself, no longer are you in the hole. It's only a matter of time before your business is profitable. So the first step of trading is to stop having to borrow money from yourself or other people to trade. Second step is maybe you're profitable and there's something left over at the end of it. Yeah. Yeah, trading is like any other business. For a period of time, you're going to be paying into it until you work it to break even. And once you break even, that's the biggest relief. You're like, oh, thank God, I had stopped funneling money into this. Okay, whew. Okay, now I can try to see where I go from here. To have the mentality like that, yeah. Done for the day song. Did you make one? Did you make a done for the day song? I don't know how many lifetime memberships I can give you. We're going to use all of your songs, T6. They're all so good. Wait, junkie shit part 2? Wait. All right.
Yo, 6:30 in the morning browsing YouTube. Subtle searches, hoping for some boobs, dude. Wait a
Mike wrote a second song, by the way. It's probably just as raunchy as the first one, but making sure.
second. Who is this cool dude? He's long and NQ like those tools do. I don't think he's a hoe though. Making money real quick, no slow poke. Fuck, I gotta head to work. Hopefully this dude stays on the stream a little bit longer. I wanna see what he's working with. Oh yeah, 7:30 at work and this dude's still on the stream. Talking weird, said he wants me long from LP. What the fuck is LP? I gotta keep watching this dude, I guess. Damn, he just made 10K. What the hell? I make like $6.35 an hour and he just make a few thousand like it was nothing.
The beat sounds like Gorillaz.
Wait, what's this guy's name? Day trading with Matt. Okay, kind of straightforward name. Not that creative, but I guess he's just a day trader and his name's Matt. Okay, so this makes sense. But man,
that's very true.
Knock on the door. Holy shit, who is this dog? I want to pet that dog. Damn, the dog left.
Actually, it's kind of like ICP. Yeah.
I want to rub that tummy. Where'd you go, friend? I pet you till the end. Oh, yeah. Hey. Oh, yeah. 30 time to get hard again, Matt. Don't you see what you're doing to me? Eyes behind those frames can see right through me.
Yeah.
Blush when you crunch ice. I get
West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days.
bless me, please. Not a big deal. I'll get down on my knees. Holy fucking shit. There's that dog again.
Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all, shooting some b-ball outside of the school when a couple of guys, they were up to no good.
And I'm whipping out my gherkin. Today, my boss yelled at me and I cried.
Every single time, I'm done trading for the day, man.
See Matt still streaming. What a good dude. Talking about
Anything about gold right now?
is this guy like in the army or something? Oh shit, boot camp is an educational series. I'm dumb as shit, I could learn some theories. First class, I learn about positions. Oh, this makes sense. I'm used to my trades, taking me and doggy. Wait a second, shit is great. Open my broker and turn 100 to like 8. Hell yeah, rocket scooter is the shit. Get some education.
Fresh Prince, if Fresh Prince was on cable, I don't think the network would like the lyrics
Good boy,
with all the cussing.
cool too. Damn, look at those abs. I wonder if she does the laundry on those things. She must work out a lot. What is that? Like an 8-pack, making me feel fat. Oh yeah, your boy day trading with Matt.
That's kind of funny. The roast beef rocket scooter song.
Matt the trader, eyes on the prize, dancing through charts where the liquid lies. Arby's with
Back in like old school Eminem before it was big. Yeah.
every single time we ride.
Yeah, that sounds like that was like, well, yeah, those Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's what we were singing earlier. I think we'll bounce up bears on top. Yeah, like I still believe we close above here. And if it's gonna sell off, it's gonna fight its way lower. Honestly, by this part of the day, there's no evidence of improvements. You're basically just waiting to see if people pick up any of the stocks or not at the end of the day. Honestly, I think that this lemon's been juiced enough. Winning, you know, even though it's 90%, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you call it every single time, right? 1 out of 10 times it's bound to fail. I feel like if I won 5 times in a row, I'm pressing my luck, continuing to go.
Trading stars in a grand ballet.
Yeah, I'm gonna just chill on this one.
Luminous signals flashing bright in the heart of the trade. We ignite the night, dodging the pitfalls where others have lost. Together we rise, no matter the cost. With every dip, we climb anew. In this wild world, it's just me and you. Roast beef, rocket scooter, take me higher.
Roast beef rock skier, take me higher. That's kind of cool. So guys, we do this we're doing this giveaway for songwriting contest. So if you guys write a song for Roxy in whatever capacity, whether it's theme song, goofy song, giveaway song, like the stream song, pump the market up song, market's crashing song, whatever, and we use it in whatever capacity, we'll do our contest, our name that tune contest, or sorry, choose the song contest, where together we'll all go through them over the course of like a week or two and have finals and semifinals and all that, like we did last time. We chose 2 winners for the stream, and we gave an honorable mention to DJ Boats Hit the Like Button song. So go to our song submission channel, submit any song that you write with AI. It has to be stream appropriate, which doesn't really mean like just don't, you know, don't do things that'll get the stream banned or whatever. You can cuss, you can talk trash, whatever.
We'll always want more.
But follow YouTube's guidelines, of course. And then if we choose you, we'll give you a lifetime Roxy membership. Boom, 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 boom. Every single time song, somebody wrote one of those. Bear zone top, bull zone bottom. Theme songs or anything. Like I could play it when I'm making a trade, whatever. And saying it worked every time today, Steve. Yeah, every time today, right? Wait, you owned a business in West Philly? Oh, no way. Could I stream to YouTube and someplace like Kick at the same time? Yeah, I could. I could stream at a bunch of places at once. But that actually hurts your visibility. I know people say it kind of like helps. I feel like when you multi-stream at different places, it's not considered unique content for the place you're streaming at. And I think that the algorithms are smart enough these days to reward unique content on their platform more than you multi-streaming. That was part of my belief system of why I used to multi-stream to Twitch and Twitter, and I stopped doing that. We started growing faster. They were YouTube exclusive. That means everybody that watches us has to go to YouTube, and therefore YouTube sees that presence and then pushes to more impressions in the YouTube atmosphere. While I am missing out on an audience in other places, ultimately, I use the other places to promote the YouTube channel. So you could multi-stream in a bunch of places. I know some people that do, like Rips multi-streams on Kick and YouTube and Twitter all at the same time. But in reality, it's also harder to manage when you have communities in like 3 or 4 different places. So I just decided to stay streaming just in one place and build inside of one environment. Yeah, when I live stream futures trading on Twitter, we were probably one of the biggest ones doing it. In futures, we would get like 3,000 or 4,000 people watch it a day. But Twitter, nobody really like on Twitter, it's like nobody really interacts with you much. It's just kind of like there. And that number is really like total people that have seen your stream total. It wasn't that bad. Kick promotes unlicensed casinos though. Kick is very unfiltered. I feel like it's like the Wild West over there. Every single time, every single time except when you've taken the trade. I like the Michael has EST, EWY, TTT, FT, AATY, JPYL. Stands for every single time except when you've taken the trade 5 times already and you're just pressing your luck. Yeah. I also am capped out, so I can't really trade anymore. I could probably take it on my funded, but I'm just deciding that with resilience not being positive, I'm trying to take A+ setups as a life account. Kick is the Twitter of streaming, probably. You see 80,000 Bitcoin moving news from wallet 12 years old? No, I didn't see that. $500X every single time, you know it. God, this liquidity pocket. This is number 6, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then even these little guys. Actually, no, there's 6. This one actually is one there too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. LPs are 6 for 6 today. I love Rocket Scooter, man. This shit is so good. 6 for 6. This is attempt number 7. It didn't touch all the way at the bottom, but 6.5. Well, my stop loss is in NASDAQ. It's always 40 points below a strong pivot that I enter into. So 40 points lower than here. On S&P, it's 10. All right. I'll be right back. 2 seconds. All right. Time for some chippies. You guys hungry? People get on to me for crunching the mic sometimes. Let me turn it off. It can't be 6 for 6 and you would have taken a stop loss on 2? No, you wouldn't have. Stop loss is 10 points. We never hit a stop loss once. 69. Stop loss is here at 59. It hasn't lost today, not once. Stop loss is 10 points off the bottom. ASMR Matt. So today, none of the stops triggered. Right? So 69 to 59. So all of them survived. I'm done squeezing the lemon. Yeah. Nice straight line. Shut up. I can't draw. I can't draw for shit. Look. Okay, that's close enough. It's a straight line if you're on mushrooms. That's straight enough. It feels so crazy to be like one of the bigger YouTube streams on the planet now for trading. It's insane to see how big our community's gotten. Even the afternoon, our afternoon stream is one of the bigger ones. I don't know if there's Brian. I think Brian streams the afternoon. His afternoon stream is bigger than ours for sure. Other than that, Brian and I think are the two biggest ones in futures at this hour. That's so crazy. Minus like the top steps and whatever. Dang, our morning stream is bigger than Rips now? Oh my gosh, Rips is huge. Dang, we've grown a whole lot. I like Rips too, man. He's one of the few people that actually shows his trades and his history and all that. Props for him always doing the right thing. Top step. I don't know like what the allure is of watching a bunch of like panel of traders, unless they're crushing it. I don't know what the allure is. Like when I watched the Top Step show, nice guys, decent people, but I didn't see much like awe-inspiring talent. So like average, decent traders, fun commentary, but I kind of want to see like people like crushing it, you know? I can learn from them. You thought Tim Sykes was the biggest? Always. Oh, he's the biggest and the best. These guys, I mean, all their... Guy made all his money in the penny stock world. I have this special like dislike for penny stock traders. Let me start over. Penny stock influencers, I think, is different. It's cool if you want to siphon money from people in a pyramid scheme. I get it. But don't go out there and pretend to do what I do for a living, or tell people you do it, or try to sell courses to teach people like you do what I do for a living. I go out there and I beat the world's most sophisticated banks, traders, and algorithms on a day-to-day fucking basis in the world's most liquid trading instrument in futures. I don't stand on a pyramid and recommend penny stocks to a bunch of losers that buy them because I recommended them, and I make them my exit liquidity, and they turn around and sell a trading class. I teach people what I do. Here's what you do. You go start a community and you stay on top of the pyramid. That's how you win a game. Yeah, all those guys are fucking losers. You can't trade for shit, and they're fucking losers. Not naming names, but all of them are losers. They're absolute losers. Like I get it. It's a nice scheme, but it's not trading. I wouldn't call it trading at all. Yes, you push buy and sell, but it's 100% scheming. Thought Ross Cameron was a god at trading. Oh yeah, he's great. Oh, he's the best trader ever. Yeah, like I get it. I mean, it's a trading scheme. It's 100% a scheme. If you can't trade something on your own and make money without having to tell people that you're doing it, then you've got a gimmick that requires you telling people that you're doing it as part of your strategy. It's only a viable trading strategy to me if you can do it on your own in a quiet room and nobody knows that you're doing it and profit. If you can pick penny stocks left and right and make a fortune without influencing 500,000 people to buy it with you, then you got a strategy. But if your strategy is influence 500,000 people to buy it with you, then you're just at a pyramid scheme. Prove me wrong. Yeah, anybody that does that is a fucking loser. Like literally a loser. If you ever did that or ever tried to do that or ever did that to make money, you're an absolute loser. Like imagine walking to a club. What do you do for a living? You're like, I'm a trader, bro. And if I saw you in a club, I'd be like, no, you're not. Actually, you're not a trader. You're on a pyramid scheme. I haven't seen Ross Cameron's name in years. That guy's still doing his thing. The only scheme is have a color scheme. How do red days work? The consistency with direct to funded? They don't count. Only a green day for ETF. You talking about DTF? Is only a green day that past the consistency rule counts as a trading day. Actually, yeah. And there's always people like, "Nuh-uh, bro, this guy's such a good trader." Are you winning? I mean, like, yeah. I mean, I made like 10K last week. Yeah, but over the year. Well, I mean, like, no, but I am still working on it. Oh, are you taking this class too? Was this course teach you all the strategies he uses? Yeah. Check out my VWAPs, check out my levels, check out my timeline, check out this and that. But also, hey, everybody, this is what we're longing today. Get in, get in, get in. I always tell people, like, no offense, if you lost your money to a pyramid penny scheme, you deserve it. You deserve every bad thing that happened to you. I'm not gonna feel sorry for you at all. If your idea was you're gonna follow somebody's trade, investing in some fucking company you've never heard of, and somehow that was your ticket to be a millionaire, you fucking deserve to lose everything. And you deserve to be ashamed in front of your family. And you and your wife and your kids will all suffer because of your dumb decision, and nobody will feel sorry for you because you're an idiot, and you shouldn't be an idiot with your money. A fool and his money are quickly parted. What is it? A fool and his wealth are quickly parted. Is that the... Are soon parted. To quote whoever that quote is, the proverb. A fool and his money are soon parted. All right, liquidity pocket every single time. Bears on top, 69.78. This has been that press. By the end of the day, we have about an hour left in the market. I really don't have any desire to press this trade. I've traded it all day. My accounts, some of them are down, some of them are up. I managed to be green for the day. I'm just exhausted with this stupid market not picking up any momentum. And resilience has gotten slightly worse as the day has progressed. So I've talked myself into smaller and smaller and smaller positions. I was doing 2 and 3 earlier, then doing 1 mil a day, and now I'm just going to choose to do 0. It's a great proverb, right? You just got an email from Ross Cameron. Oh, nice. Is he still doing the penny stock thing? The guy's still around? He's still on YouTube? What about Jason Bond and what's the redheaded dude that worked with him? Remember those guys? Raging Bull? Raging Bull! They got sued. Yeah, well, Raging Bull Trading. What's that guy's name? You know what I'm talking about? The redheaded dude? What's that guy's name? Eat, sleep, and trade, baby. I used to have that commercial. I see that all the time. Jeff Bishop, that's the guy. You thought Raging. Are they still around? Jason Bond picks. Guy. I used to be a high school Spanish teacher. Now I'm a stock millionaire. Join my room. Eat, sleep, and trade, baby. Teach you everything you need to know about trading. Oh God, he's still around. Maybe. Archive. 7 hot small caps, a new hidden gem. Hey guys and gals, if you'd like to invite your friends and family to join us, there you go. As many people as you need in the world. God, these people are... Wait, he's still around? No way, he's not on Twitter, is he? No. No way. He's still doing his thing. Then this guy's got pinched by the SEC. This guy's still on Twitter. What the heck? What's he trading now? Well, at least he's trading Tesla. That's good. What are all these other things? What is... Oh God. Penny stock, penny stock, penny stock. The same thing. Same shit. Oh my God. They still haven't changed, huh? Wait, hold on. January 27th, March. So he just fired it back up last month? No way. Okay. All right, guys. Y'all ready to eat, sleep, and trade, baby? This was what trading was like 10 years ago. These were the people that were like your mega influencers that were getting all the beef and all the heat. Before crypto, before AI, before NFTs, before any of this, before prop firms and futures trading was a thing, I was the lone futures trader with me and Pat Wheeland and Tradesman Matt. We're like the lone rangers, the three of us. How can there be three of you if you're the Lone Rangers? Don't know that movie. We were like the lone futures trader. Nobody did futures at that time on YouTube. Everyone did penny stocks. Everybody, just like everybody right now, this prop firms. 10 years ago, everyone did penny stocks. Everyone had a penny stock Slack channel or Discord or whatever. It was penny stock pump and dump-a-thon. Everybody made communities. They made mega communities. Influencers would band together and do super influencer groups. A lot of them got broken up. A lot of them got sued. A lot of them got pinched for it. Pumping them penny stocks, man, was the thing. And I had this certain disrespect for it because they called it trading. Call it stolen valor, but I kind of took a little bit of hatred for anything that ever touched the penny stock pump and dump game. I hate them. I hate them. Because they're scheming people. They're not talented at what they do. Like, I paid my dues to become good at this so I can beat hedge funds and firms and people with half a brain, not convince people to get their friends and family to join in on this amazing penny stock opportunity. Like, I get it. Go scheme people, have fun. Y'all all deserve what you're getting, but don't call it trading. That's like me watching you put butter on a fucking piece of bread with a butter knife and you say you're a surgeon. As a doctor, I take offense of that. No, you're buttering bread, you idiot. With a butter knife. You're not cutting anybody open. Trade, sleep, and eat steak. Ooh, steak sounds good. So Ross is still around? Oh, cool. He doesn't promote specific stocks though, just promotes his live scanners. Oh, nice. Yeah, after the so Tim Stike started his thing, and then Ross Cameron was in his room and decided to break off and start his thing. And then Jason Bond and Jeff Bishop were in Ross Cameron's room, and they decided to break off and start their own thing. So they all started with Tim Sykes at the top of the chain. This was the history of the drama from back in the day. Now they're all, once they all got, some of them got pinched, they're all kind of like quiet on the penny stock front. Yeah, they're all still around. But yeah. But there are still, dude, there are still suckers that get involved with that. And I'm like, okay, well, good luck to them. But unless you're running the Discord, man, you're getting schemed. That's the whole thing. And, oh yes, you can imagine these guys that you see on Twitter pumping this stuff. Yes, they're sitting there all night reading technical papers and FDA filings and you know, just combing through the medical reports, doing research and all the data to make sure it's a really sturdy choice for an investment. This penny stock's going somewhere. No, these guys are not. They set the scanner, find the one with low float, find the one with high short interest, go in there and attack it, tell their friends to buy it, and recommend their groups to buy it, and they all stage it together, and everybody buys it at once, and you pray and hope that you squeeze the right firm out, and then it rallies, and then you sell until the rally. Easy millions, though. But if you use a scalpel to butter your bread, that's amazing. That's actually quite a history lesson. Well, in 2016, when I started streaming on YouTube, that's really where all the, because we were the futures traders. Like I was actually trading oil futures at the time. And they, you know, the futures community was so small. Like at the time, maybe like between me and Pat and Matt, at the time, Matt was the biggest future streamer and Pat was really small and I was really small. And Pat didn't have more than 50 people watching him. We were all small. And Matt probably had 200 or 300 people watching him. I mean, we were all tiny. And then Ross Cameron had 25,000 people watching him by comparison 10 years ago. So the futures community was extremely small. There weren't prop firms. There weren't even micro futures in 2016. It's freaking all E-minis and that's it. Micro futures weren't even invented until like 2019. So nobody touched futures. It was such a small part of trading that everybody was doing. So like, you know, combined, all of us futures traders maybe had 1,000 viewers on our best day combined. Me, Matt, and Pat, and then Ross Cameron's like 25,000 people watching him trade penny stocks. That's where all the hype came from. Everybody was like trying to get in on that. Oh, I want to be a penny stock influencer. That's how big it was. Joseph James. Oh yeah, that guy got fined by the CFTC also. I remember that guy. Yep. Ross got fined. Joseph James got fined by the futures industry for just lying about his performance, basically. He got like then Jason Bond and Jeff Bishop got shut down. Or they got not shut down, but they got sued by the SEC. These were the days. This is the crazy stuff. These days in the prop firm, the SEC and CFTC aren't out there pinching people because it's like now people just paper trade for profit and it's like widely accepted as being okay. Back in the day, if you paper traded for profit, post it as real money, you will get sued and fined by the regulatory. So it's a different world we live in now. Now our influencers just paper trade for profit. Is JJ still posting videos? Oh, really? That's cool. I haven't heard that name in a million years. His commentary was pretty good. I remember watching a couple of his videos. He's a very good speaker. I don't remember anything about his trading though. That AMC squeeze 4 years later. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm basically done trading for today, guys. Let me give you the rocket place for the boot camp. Yeah, let me give you a link for it. But these were the days, man. But I will always have a particular dislike for people who made their money off of hardworking people You're making your money off of your community. Here's the link for the bootcamp, and not making it off of Wall Street. Meh. Nuge, that's for you, bud. Somebody said JJ. They were talking about Joseph James. He's another guy that was trading futures, and he was paper trading and got sued by the CFTC for misrepresenting his gains. Like, I don't know, 10 years ago, maybe. People are just we're going down memory lane for whatever reason. This topic came up, talking about all the way YouTube used to be 10 years ago. As big as prop firm trading is now, that's how big the penny stock thing was back in the day. And it was like everybody, their mom was getting in on that business, except for me. I refuse to touch the stuff. As a new person trying to research, it's really hard to tell who is for real. That's always true. Look for people that post evidence of historic gains, historic P&L, historic anything. Very helpful. Look for people that can set up something and it's consistent. Like if they show you a certain kind of trade they do, and they consistently apply themselves the same way every time, and they show their P&L on the screen, things like that is helpful. I'll tell you, John Henderson, you're going to have a hard time finding a lot of real people out there. I can't name more than 5 in the influencer space who I would even say I know can for factor trading and making money. Say 95 out of every 100 influencers that you see do not make money trading. You have to be a weird person like me to love teaching to even stop making money to go teach people. I love it though. You guys can tell from the amount of effort I put into the bootcamp that I just love doing it, and it's not even making me money. So I love that. I'm like the weird one in the space that enjoys working my ass off. But there's some good ones, you know, like some people like for whatever it's worth. I don't know his strategy is worth learning or not, because I'm not really sure it's applicable to a lot of people, but Pat has been crushing it this year. He's hit his stride. The first time ever he is like on fire with this trading. Now, Rips, same thing. Rips crushing it this year, last year. So these guys are actually making some money, like historic. Like showing you their gains over time. But a lot of people don't really show you much, you know? Just like the payout world. They show you their payouts every once in a while. You know, like this Tradeify thing. I've got like $170-something thousand worth of profit with these guys. You guys been watching the history of these accounts this whole time? Like, you know, somebody shows you like I could take a small thing and grow it big. That's important. Name them 5. Brian does very well. Brian does well. Pat does well. Rips as well. They all like make money trading. Definitely. Outside of that, I don't. Let me see. Matt does okay. I haven't seen Matt's like P&L in a while, but Matt's not bad. Other than that, that's probably it on the YouTube front that I know consistently do well. But there's a lot of people that are still new and newer. But these are the guys that I've known for a long time. So I've kind of watched them for a while. And they're always doing okay. But on Twitter, tens of thousands of discords and whatever out there. I don't see anybody out there posting up stats to make me go, ooh, I'd like to learn from this guy. If you only see payouts, you just move on. Yep. That's exactly right. Usman Asharf, yeah, he's good. He's the options guy. Yeah. I think Tracer might come into market for 2025 is over. I don't have any idea. According to like when I visited Matt this year, they're out for beta, or they're going to be out for beta. This is like the pre-registration, I think, for their beta. And I think he said they're planning on launching the beta this year. That's all I know though. And I could be incorrect. I haven't been following the history, but I asked him if I could put Rocket Scooter tools in his platform. He said he would seriously consider it, so that we can actually be featured. Like our stuff could be like piped into his platform, so you guys can have it if y'all use it. Why don't I go to the BDH? I could. I have an open invite. I just haven't. I've been too busy building. That's why I don't go on vacation. I've been too busy wrecking the YouTube algorithm and growing my stream. I can't take a day off if I wanted to. But Matt basically said just send a message to his scheduler. So I've been meaning on going out there, and I might go out there next time I go in Florida, which we're going in October. So maybe. I just wanted to go to pay my respects. You know, we've both been through this business for a while, and we've actually never met or hung out, but we talk all the time, like on Twitter and stuff. I'd love to go pay my respects for, you know, the BDH and all the hard work he's put in. What kind of chips are these? Like chips that I found in my mini fridge. I usually buy HEB tortilla chips, but these are like on the border cafe style. I'm just like super hungry right now. Sorry. Dude, this afternoon has been like shit slow. Yeah. Well, hopefully by the end of the day we end up here, which I hope we get. It'd be nice if the market try to sell off. I might actually do something. Let's see. I like when I zoom out, my brain tells me this is just retracing the down move and it's still trying to make its way lower. For whatever reason, as you guys see how hard it is to break through liquidity pocket, doesn't mean it holds forever. The selling pressure could ultimately overwhelm it, but you say it took all day for it to happen. I think I'm cool on the sidelines for now. Who was my mentor? In trading, I didn't have one. Because remember, when I started, there weren't really mentors. You know, when I started trading in 2010, there wasn't anybody. There wasn't a YouTube streamer out there on the planet. Streaming wasn't even a thing in 2010. Nobody even streamed anything. There was like some YouTube videos, but it was really sparse at the time. I didn't learn from anybody. I'm from the era of having to like teach myself. Homegrown trader, and there's nobody to watch, nobody streaming. When I started doing Zoom calls in 2015. I started streaming on YouTube in 2016. And like I said, there were no teachers, no Discords. I mean, it was like the only thing that was spawning up was the penny stock world. So there was like nobody teaching futures, nobody teaching oil when I was trading oil futures, nothing. I was like on my own, kind of like paving my way as a trader live on YouTube for everybody to watch, you know? It was like, hey, I'm here. I'm trying to make money trading. I'm getting better at this. Join me on my journey. And that's kind of where it was. So I come from the world of having to teach myself a lot of everything. And you guys have a kind of like two different battles these days. Now you have mentors that are available, but the problem is who's good. So back in the day, there weren't mentors, and just like now, there's not good ones. So you guys are in the same boat as me back then, is that you kind of have to kind of carve your own way, you know? Tom says the afternoon's been slow. Yeah, it's been crazy. The new Superman movie, I have not seen it. Is it already out? You have a song for that, but you've been posting too many? There's no such thing as too many songs. Stream from vacation? Yeah, I could. Well, I can stream from vacation, but the problem is that I'm on a very strict formula for YouTube right now. We're still preparing certain things. So I have to be extremely consistent with certain things in YouTube. Even if I do have a laptop to stream when I go on vacation, but I have to be very consistent with a couple of things, and that's going to hurt that. So until I get to a certain level, I'm not really going to take a day off. My options trading strats. I use liquidity pockets to sell put spreads below them. Liquidity pockets sell call spreads above them sometimes. Mostly put spreads though. MHP can sell put spreads below that. Betting that things don't break, right? It's a pretty simple approach, but effective. High probabilities can be useful for collecting theta or credits on spreads. Can't imagine that it finally breaks in the last hour. Would be kind of a, I don't know, man. You're totally right. And I don't think we sell off fast because there's no volatility. But I do think that the market is going to try to do this like over time. I feel like we're in this kind of mode here. Not that I'm betting on it, but there's no volatility. I don't think that we lose this at all. It just has that look and feel like it's going to want to not break highs and come down. Call me crazy, but it's not volatile enough for the market to just die. And it's not bullish enough for the market to do this. It's just sort of like maybe going to slowly pick up a day or two to fade out. And maybe just continue the move. That's all I think. A lot of the tech stocks are just not moving at the same time, so the market's lacking a whole lot of momentum. Like by the end of the day today, it could rally up, and then probably by the overnight, we're probably back down again. Is that video still on YouTube? Wait, which one, Elamar? A new post from Trump. What did he say? What did you say, Mr. Trump? Oh, happy with Vladimir Putin. Are my old videos still on YouTube from 2016? There probably are, but they're probably hidden. Ever since the Rocket Scooter platform came out, anything predating Rocket Scooter was hidden, just for brand and cohesiveness and, you know, the YouTube algo purposes. No, the Day Trader Paradise stuff is not. I don't think it's not public anymore on this channel. DTP were the old days, Trader's Paradise. The DTP stream. What's going on with Tesla? Oof. Well, Tesla was below MHP. False break. Come back down, huh? So Tesla's back where it needs to be, I guess. Not taking a 7th bull zone. I know, right? The real choices of a trader. Do I take the same trade 7 times in a row? Just for fun. I mean, I can. But which account can I do it in? That's the problem. I knew this account still has some room to play. You guys double dog dare me? Is this worth $800 on board? I'm fatigued. That's why I'm not doing much. I'm just tired. But I bet that we go up and then we sell off by the end of the night. I don't think we sell off today in the close. YOLO. My first video. Let me go see if I could find it while we're chilling here. Let me let it overshoot real quick, and then I'll be a little more of a wuss and I'll trade it on S&P. Give me a little bit of red here. And by S&P, I mean micros, because there we go. All right. Does this guy even trade? Look, it's like $2 worth of profit. Let me go see YouTube. Let me go see if I have my old videos there. Let's see what my oldest stream looks like. Let's go all the way back. What the hell? Like, my ears like must be burning here, because look, when I opened up YouTube, look what happened. The first thing that shows up. Literally the first thing that shows up. The first thing that shows up. This guy. All the things in the world. Oh my God. Y'all, Algo's ears must have been burning. What recommended for me. Sponsored ad by Ross Cameron. I'm telling you, they're listening to you. Your Alexa is listening to you and reporting it back to your Google. Everything's, your phone's listening to you. Everybody's reporting it back. What the hell? Sponsored recommended for you. Check out a free chapter from Ross's acclaimed Warrior Pro curriculum. All right. What are we going to learn today, boys? Let's check it out. Where's the sound on this? Come on. No, I want to hear the sound.
Making one free chapter available for my Warrior Pro curriculum. This is the course Investopedia called the most comprehensive day trading course, and the topic of the class is on timing your entries and exits on a fast-moving momentum stock.
Ooh, momentum stocks. That's another fancy word for penny stock. All right, I'm game. How do I start a pyramid?
Stop. You can start watching the class now. Stop. You can start.
Oops.
Stop. You can start watching the class now. Stop. You can start watching the class now. Stop. You can start watching the class now.
What the hell is this thing just on repeat or something? What the hell is going on here? I'm in like the Twilight Zone. It's like Groundhog Day here.
You can start watching the class.
It's just like going in circles. Wait, stop. Leave me alone. What is it like Groundhog Day? It kept repeating the same sentence like over. Oh, yeah. Oh, that guy is still around. All right. Let me see if I can find my first stream. Let's go all the way back. Where is all the DTP stuff? Oh, it must have been deleted from the channel. I don't have anything before 2020. Oh, I know. Okay, yeah, we did. We cleared out everything, deleted it, start over. Okay, so this is 5 years old. Oh my gosh, let's take a look. Whoop whoop. All right, let's check it out. This is not my first stream, by the way. I don't know why. I don't remember where everything is. Okay.
I got some house money to play with, so I'm just throwing a couple micros at it.
Wow, my microphone sounds horrible. My voice sounds horrible. This is before I knew how to. And look, before we had Rocket Scooter, I had my zones run an Excel sheet. My hedge pressures were here. I'm trading my live Tradeify account, and my account number is shown on the screen, V0072. My live Tradeify account.
Not to be too concerned because I have 2 or 3 entry options here today, so I'm going to take those. Turn that music back on.
My voice is very bassy. I must be using a very high level of compression here. Wow, back in the day. I had a green screen and everything. Look at that guy.
Nice long side on Tesla, which looks really good.
Also, Matt's in better shape now. Like, even 6 years later, I feel like this is pudgy Matt. He looks like he's got 2 chins. Okay. This Matt works out a little bit more.
Points and then spend it on that.
This is from 2020.
Right, just for fun, right? Just make things fun as the stream gets bigger.
Gosh, and this is before we built. So before we built, oh, this is why. So I'm showing off the app. That's right. This is when we released our first app. I think I'm teasing it. He said this big old chair and had a green screen. Crazy.
Margaret's running to do one.
Look, I'm up $18, guys. Subscribe for 1,000 gold. What is that? Oh, we had like prizes in chat. I remember that. Okay. A point system. Okay.
You're trying to make it since it's pulling live data. I have to turn off the content and then deal with this when the algo comes out.
My voice. This is before I knew how to stream. Okay. I was good at streaming, but my audio could have been a little better. Okay. So this was our first app back in the day before we ever had Rocket Scooter platform. The first thing I did was I made this app, and those old schoolers here will know that we had your call and put. This is your bull zone, your bear zone. These are the first liquidity pockets ever in the history of Rocket Scooter. There's liquidity pocket. There's liquidity pocket. And then of course it would give you hedge pressure here. So the first app, it would give you your zones. We called them walls at the time. Give you your zones, and it would actually print hedge pressure for you. The very first app. Oh my gosh. SPY right here. Hedge. Well, all we had was weekly hedge pressure and zones. And people would subscribe to the app just to get the data. So imagine having your liquidity pockets and hedge pressure. And this is before we knew liquidity pockets were EST longs. Liquidity pockets were essentially areas where the market would just be stable. And originally we didn't care about them that much. But then as we advanced in the technique, liquidity pocket became our favorite trade. But man, those are the old days. Look at that. Before we had the app, I used to stream from the spreadsheet. So that's so long ago. Wow. You never mastered the old app? Yeah, the old app was the old app. It was our first effort of making something. It was helpful. You guys, some of y'all have been here long enough to remember the old app. Old and new Matt, still the same tan. Let's go. New Matt, though, is in better shape, and new Matt has lost more weight. Old Matt, I feel like this is chunkier face Matt with an extra chin or two. Let's listen to it. And the vocal quality is completely different, too. And this Matt has cooler looking glasses. Those were like big, super thick frame. These are like more stylish. New Matt is I think new Matt looks slightly better than old Matt. Old Matt had fleshed out lighting. Looks like, see, I'm going to judge my old stream. Old Matt had no concept of lighting because the light is too bright on one side of my face. Hold on. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Oh my God, Mir Barak. I remember that guy. Damn, this is like an old video. Okay. All right.
How many people watch?
Okay, let me get back off of this real quick. All right, wait, hold on. I hate when it stops dimming. I just want to see it.
Live trading stream.
Okay. See, old Matt had too much light on this side of his face, not a lot. And it's also because these are the green screen lights. I can see them reflecting off of my forehead. Old Matt.
Basketball, and they're sitting there driving a race car.
Old Matt's voice is very bassy. Old Matt still talked a lot of shit. That's funny. Oh, the old days. Ah, the olden days. I do not know. And I have to go look on my computer. My older streams from 2016. I remember when we released the app, which is right here at the beginning of the stream. I restarted my YouTube stream. But it was before. Why is it? I swear I didn't think I deleted them though, but I guess they're not there. What the heck? Let me see if I can go farther back. No, I guess I don't have them anymore. Make that $1.25. Let's go. Tradeify account. No, that was a Tradeivate account, not Tradeify. Was this before you had 6 monitors? That's when I had 3 monitors. Yeah. That was 2020. And I was streaming in 2016. So in 2016, I had a channel called Day Trader Paradise, and it was my same as Traders Paradise, the name. And the Day Trader Paradise had its own website. And I was basically, I had the risk interval, red lines technique, and I was developing the yellow lines technique. What you see on the screen right now, still the same technique. I was a moderator on Wall Street Bets in our stock market. Me and a small group of people from the Reddit world decided to make a little community called Day Trader Paradise. And the goal was to create cool shit that nobody was doing. And then as the years went by, I was streaming on YouTube. I was streaming back and forth on YouTube and Zoom. And then once we released the app, then I switched the whole content format of the channel. And I must have deleted everything before that. It's low quality. I was kind of embarrassed by it, I think. Like before, like I think like looking in hindsight, I used to think that was cool. And now looking now, I'm like, okay, what I have now is really cool. But back then, as a like 2016, 2017, it was like you can hear the fan in the background. I remember the noise was bad. I used a condenser mic that I used to record my guitar with. So it wasn't even a mic that was for recording. It would pick up every little sound. It was echoey. It was loud. The stream quality was just awful. But this was when streaming was at its starting point, so that like high quality production wasn't really expected. Now it's expected, right? Now, you know, you come into my office now, it's a production studio. You know, it's professional lighting rig around here to create the lighting effect on the wall. You know, very good audio quality, very good cameras, very good everything. Back then it was like a webcam, a guitar condenser mic that I would play guitar on, and loud, clicky on the typing, a buzzing sound from the fan. It was just super low quality. And I think in hindsight, I think I deleted it because I was like, ugh. I got myself a green screen. I got a better mic, which is actually the one, the video was this mic, but that was before I knew how to make the audio sound good. And, you know, I think I was just kind of like, let's like pretend this didn't ever exist. Old junior streamer Matt with this 1080p webcam and the olden days. Tesla really popping now or pooping right now? Okay, pooping. Should we play the pooping song? Is Tesla being doo-doo today? What's the name of that channel? It's the same channel. We just, whenever we were going through like naming the company, we went through this transitional phase where it was like I was Day Trader Paradise and then I created Rocket Scooter. And the goal was, let's make a channel for Rocket Scooter and stream on it. But then I was like, well, but I already have an audience on the old channel. I don't want to start it on YouTube from scratch. So the idea was just to completely repurpose the old channel and use it for showcasing the app. And then I redid the stream out of the new stream graphics, got the green screen, and then beefed it up a little bit. And I thought I just hid the videos, but it looks like I must have went on a thing and deleted them. I'm sure I got copies of some of them somewhere. I'll have to look them up for you guys. Was old Matt a working engineer? At that time, no. Not when I was on YouTube. Nope, nope. I wasn't working as an engineer for 10 years now. In 2017, give or take, I helped a buddy of mine with a project he was doing, but this was just help a buddy of mine. He needed a reaction engineer to do stuff, and I was still, I guess, good enough to help him. But I won't consider that a job. Like I'm working as an engineer. Day trading with fat. Thanks, man. I feel better now that I have lost a lot of weight, though. I think it was 2017, give or take. Whenever I helped, my buddy was doing a he was doing design on a plastic plant, and he needed he was starting his own company, actually, engineering company. And he called me up. He's like, "Hey, you know, can you help me with this? I'm starting this company, and I'll pay you for it." I'm like, "What do you need me to do?" And you're like, "Well, HAZOPs and P&ID reviews. We're developing this plastic facility in China, yada yada. Like, I really need a reaction engineer. You know, can you help me out?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll help you with a couple things." That was the last thing I did. It was for like a month or so. It wasn't that long. I haven't talked to that guy since then, so I don't even know what they're up to. But my last full-time job, I've really worked full-time since I got laid off in 2010. Between 2010 and 2015, I mostly did contract jobs. So I'd pick up like a job here or there and work for a couple months, 6 months, 3 months. So it was like off and on for about 5 years. Have you thought about putting a date stamp on your watermark? Easily see old videos from certain days. I haven't thought about doing that, but it would be like extra work to do every day. And that's something I like. As far as the upkeep goes, it's something that would be hard to upkeep. You can see the date. It's at the bottom of the stream. YouTube has the date for you. What advice would I give to someone newishly unemployed? Started off good, but it's been a struggle. It's kind of like where I was, right? Consider like this might not be your first or your last time working. You know, it'll be a struggle. You might have to go back to work or pick up some odd jobs or something to continue making income to support yourself as a trader. And the only advice I have is to make sure that you have other ways of providing for yourself during this time that's not trading. Any bonus that you make with trading, put it aside for more trading. Right now, you're trying to build a business out of being a trader. So your trading money should be used to spend on anything. If you happen to be doing well and making some money, put it aside. It buys more evals, it buys more whatever. Try to figure out a way to pay your bills without trading. That's like priority number one. Don't count on trading money to do it. Think of it like this. Imagine you do get a big fat $10,000 payout. How cool is that, right? Well, imagine that it pays your bills for the next month and you're back down to zero. You never get out of the hole. And then what the next 3 or 4 months you're losing. So try to figure out a way to have your trading and your trading money isolated from everything else you do. The money you make trading fuels more trading. And then if you have an income, maybe a wife or a part-time job or something that helps keep you going, paying the bills. That way you separate the two. Separating the two is the best place to be because psychologically, you're never going to feel like you're winning at trading. And over time, the desperation of needing to get ahead will ultimately make you lose everything. If every bit you make goes right back out, you're going to start making riskier and riskier moves. Like, hey, let me just make a little bit more. And you're not really trading with your strategy. You're trading to make money. So try to navigate to a place you're not trading to make money. It's hard. It may be hard to do that, but you know, there's a time period in my life where I'm sitting there like, you know, in an office, supposed to be paying attention to a meeting, and I'm like staring at my phone, making trades, or I'm like this. They all know I'm staring at my phone. They know I'm not paying attention, but you know, or having to take a crap and going for like an hour. Oh, I was in the bathroom, and you're in there like trading on your phone. You have to make sacrifices. You have to still pay your bills and keep yourself floating. Yeah. Web design is a side thing. Yeah. Something on the side. Something you can work on at night. Even better. If you can do your work at night and trade in the morning, that's totally fine. That way, you're not worried about other things when you're trading. Focus just on trading. I'm never worried about my bills when I'm trading. They're covered. So I can focus just on the trade. When you lose money, if your first thought is, holy crap, I'm not going to be able to pay my bills, then you are too far behind to even be trading, right? Yep. Start a little side hustle or something. Might be awake for boot camp today? Oh yeah, dude, I'll be up. I'm feeling good. Speaking of, let me text the doc. She's been gone for a while. I think she's supposed to come back. Oh my God, she just texted me. Speak of the devil. Maybe she heard me. That's weird. She just texted me and said I'm at the dentist. Wait, our dentist? Does that dentist ride a Harley? You stop with that right now. Let me see if she want to work out today. What's his name? Hey. Oh, did you hear me on stream talking about you? Is that why you said that? That's so weird. Okay, because I was on the stream and I was like, I'm gonna call iDoc, and then you texted me. Bye. She's getting a cleaning done. Does that dentist ride a Harley? You stop with that. So that is another inside joke on the stream if you guys haven't been here, because we found a set of motorcycle keys on my desk. And we don't know who it belongs to. And the joke is, yeah, who's she seeing behind your back, bro? But I'd have to say, even if she was seeing somebody behind my back, whoever it was left his keys on my desk, which is pretty cool, which means he was fascinated by my trading setup, which means kind of flattering. We never found out. So the idea was, it was a huge chunk of keys, and there was a motorcycle key, a Harley key, and then a house key, and then a bunch of keys like a janitor, like keys that open a bunch of stuff, big keys, not just house keys. So we were like, one of the 10,000 contractors that came through here building out the house or inspecting this or fixing the AC or painting or whatever, or the restoration hardware guy, somebody left their keys here, and we called everybody and we couldn't hunt it down. So whoever knows where those keys belong to. But right now, there's been so many jokes about the keys where everybody's like, hey Matt, did you still have my keys? You know, people keep saying that. Never found the owner of the keys. No, nope. Just take them to the Pilates and put them in the lost and found. That's what we were like thinking. And I ultimately settled on the idea that I think I accidentally stole those keys from the gym. Like one of us did. Like you have your cubbies at your gym where your shoes are. And at the end of your workout, you're just grabbing everything out of it and just putting stuff in your pockets. Because the only person that would have come up here would have been me. So I must have taken it out of my pocket and set it up here. And so I'm like, maybe I accidentally grabbed somebody's keys they were throwing in my cubby or something. Then we called each gym we went to and they said, nope, nobody's looking for keys. So then we're like, don't, who these keys belong to. So at least somebody liked my trading setup, whoever came in here. Yeah, that's right. It was puffy, LOL. Flattering. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's cool that he liked my trading setup. So the joke around the house is that she's seeing some mysterious biker guy that works as a janitor. And so when people were like, is the dentist ride a Harley? That's where the joke's coming from. I really think, I personally think that it was one of the either the Best Buy guys that delivered our washer or the restoration hardware guys. And we had some AC guys coming in here too, checking out the AC at one point. Plumbers, all kind of stuff. Everyone's so fast to point fingers at iDoc. In reality, who's that handsome biker that Matt's seeing on the sidelines? That's true. That's true. They were on my desk. This EST might not hold. Well, we'll see. We got 20 minutes left. Maybe I was seeing a biker chick. Amen to that. Sounds hot. How does my... Oh, dude, I gotta send you pictures, Lucas. Like, my new stuff is pretty dope. My new movie theater that I got. Oh, yeah. So I got, like, a TV. I got speakers in the ceiling. I got a giant subwoofer. It rattles the house. It's crazy. And then I've got, like, receiver and all that stuff. That was my last project. And now they're going to come build out the wall. And so what we're going to get now on the wall is this really cool. Let me show you guys what I'm going to get. Let's watch at the end of the day. So I just grabbed a few micros just to have fun, but I don't really care about this trade. We're going to have like this sort of, I'm going to draw it this way. Let me draw it like a perspective of that. So it's going to be like shelving that goes from one side of the room to the other. And then it'd be like a wall here. Actually more like this. Let me make it bigger. And then the wall's going to have like a little lip. If that makes any sense. Right, whereas like it like goes behind, like there's like a border, like a box, maybe like this thick, like a box that goes around, and then the wall's built on top of the box. That way we can have LED lights like behind the wall, and we're gonna have like paneling like this, and then some sconces right there. So in the living room, it's gonna be like this cool little. We just finished designing it. Gigantic wall we have, and there's like 2 windows on it, and then this little wall thing we're going to build is going to look like that. The TV, like big TV in the middle, sconces there, sort of thing. There's this carpenter going back and forth at that guy. I'm building a wall. That's what I'm doing. This is my life now. I'm building a wall. Eyes, no mouth, tears. Kind of look like it, yeah? Jiu-jitsu lessons, LOL. Looks pretty cool though. Right now it's just the TV still sitting on the old entertainment center, but we got the Samsung. And as much as it is, man, I'm like not liking it as much as I thought. I got to play with the settings some more, but as much as I hated my quantum dot monitor, I hate the QD TVs. I don't know what it is, but like the reds are too red and the settings are just weird, and I got to play with it. Some shows look great. I mean, it's like the highest end TV you can get, but there's so much AI bullshit on these TVs now that the picture looks weird sometimes. Like some movies don't translate very well to like the high contrast AI stuff that's on these TVs natively. So I gotta really calibrate the colors somehow. I was watching the new Captain America last night. Like, okay, let's test out the sound system. And all the people with dark skin, the skin is like red. It looks like cherry red. It's so weird. And so what it did was the AI was adjusting, then all the people with light skin were looking like leathery. It was a weird, I don't know what the automatic white balance or whatever was to it, but like Harrison Ford, like his face was like leathery brown looking because the contrast was so different. So the red tones are just like, yeah, we did calibrate it, but it still is weird. Like, the white balance is off somehow. But I think what also you get super saturated with the reds on quantum dots. This monitor was the same way. It was, I have it on RGB mode right now, but it was super, like the reds were just in your face red. So everything is like pink is red, black is red, like brown is red, everything is red. So. And the streaming platform also matters. Oh yeah, that's true. So then I was like, okay, maybe I just got to go play with the settings. But on my older TV, it's like, oh, everything looks normal. That new Captain America movie is pretty cool. Yeah, well, I paid the guy to come out there to do it. They're supposed to come out. I told them they need to come back out and try it again. Speaking of, let me double check that. Inbalance 3 minutes. Let's go. MOC bump up. Are my 2 micros going to be making me some money? Money. How do you say settings in Rocket Scooter? They should, if you click the save button at the top right of the platform, should save all your settings. Ooh, should be good here. All right. Can I explain the bump up? What do you mean bump up? Right now? Oh, the market's just, it's not doing anything. Nothing's really happening right now. I wouldn't attribute that to much. Still in liquidity pocket also. LP every single time. Every single time with micros. This time with micros. I'll take my $23. And that circles back and gives me the $30 back that I lost today trying to prove the person on the stream that's like, Matt doesn't trade. And I'm like, here's a trade. This lesson cost me 30 bucks. And now I'm making it back. The weirdest thing somebody could ever say, you can literally see the DOM on the screen. I think people are just trying to rage bait. You have to be an absolute idiot to not see me trading on the side of the screen. To just rage baiting. I trade on my phone when I'm away from my desk. I can, yeah. I trade in my personal account on my phone. You ever see me pick up my phone? I'm trading my personal account. Usually what I'm doing. Like my actual live trading account. Here we go. Ooh, that happened pretty quick. Okay. What we got going on here? Pop and drop. All right. Well, nothing exciting's happening now. I'm probably the person you've seen who trades the most. That's probably accurate. I don't, even a lot of the bigger streamers out there don't really show their trades live on stream. Okay, every single time. Isn't that crazy? We held liquidity pocket all day, even through MOC. We're sitting here. See how the stocks are doing. Nothing, nothing. Nothing. All right, looks like we're not getting much of a move. I will gladly take my $2 and call it a day. Worth it. Worth it. Ugh. How I stream so long? Oh, I know, right? It's not that bad. You get used to it. The real hard part is to stream all day and then teach a boot camp for 2 hours, which is in 8 minutes. Other hobbies that I have, I work out a lot. I garden. I like a vegetable garden. I like play guitar. I play video games. I do yoga. And that's basically like my major hobbies. And I'm a dad, so hanging out with my kiddo. That's pretty much my free time. What's my P&L today? Oh, this plus $2. I think it's 2,000 bucks, give or take. This account went up $2 extra. The 1988. I think it's this was like down 76. This was down like 9 or up like 9 or 8. So I'm up just a little bit. Yep. Easy and hardest vegetable to grow. The hardest vegetable to grow that requires the most amount of care is going to be squash. Squash is a lot of work and it takes up a lot of space. And when you grow in a tiny garden, you have to grow squash straight up. There's a way to do it. Or else it just grows out. You need a lot of space. And also getting up at a certain time to go pollinate. If you don't have the right kind of bugs in your garden, pollinate your squash flowers that only open at a certain time in the morning, and then you're done. And you get one chance for the flower falls off, sort of thing. Kind of hard. But not terribly bad. It's just a lot of work. The easiest vegetable to grow is probably any kind of pepper. It's really hard to mess up peppers. You'll get tiny ones even if you're bad at gardening. Peppers are pretty resistant and resilient to like most things. A lot of bugs don't really eat up your pepper plants, and that's super easy. Like bell peppers are really easy. Any kind of pepper is easy. Onions, probably the easiest to grow. I would say probably onions, actually. Onions are like also a fruit. Well, let me tell you something. There's no such thing as a vegetable. Here's a little trivia for you guys. Vegetable is not even a real thing. Vegetable is a marketing term or restaurant term to describe a savory fruit. All fruits, for the most part, anything you eat is a fruit of a plant. A fruit is something that grows on a plant for the purpose of producing seeds. And all vegetables are fruits for the most part. All things are fruits. And we call them vegetables because they're savory fruits. But in reality, scientifically, there's no such thing as a vegetable. Like maybe you're like, is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable? Everything's a fruit. So that's a fun fact I remember from my restaurant days. Actually, everything is a fruit from a plant. It's the biological term for something that grows on a plant and makes seeds as a fruit of the plant. Fruits are made from flowers. All right, I get it. But my favorite, the easiest thing to grow, in all honesty, is probably basil in general. I've had, like, you can throw basil in the ground and it will not die if you try to kill it. It will grow too fast and start to bolt even before you try to kill it. It will kill itself before you kill it. It'll get old and tired of living and just bolt. And then you gotta throw it out anyways. Hurricane Harvey flooded my last garden and destroyed everything that was there because the backyard flooded. But then the basil was like twice as big when the waters receded. It was like, fuck all you guys. Mint, yeah, you can't mint the same way. It's like a weed. You can't even kill mint if you tried. I had a mint plant that went completely dead. Every leaf was gone. It was just sticks. And I was like, oh, this thing's dead. So I threw it in the trash. And it rained. And the next day in the trash, there were little green sprigs of mint popping out of the pot. And I was like, oh, well, the mint is alive. And I took it out of the trash. And sure enough, within like a couple of weeks, it was like... Yeah, basil's super easy and useful. Once you get really good at just getting like your thyme and your oregano started, those are also kind of easy. They're easy to kill when they're young, but once you get a good root system, oregano and thyme are also like herbs. They don't need a lot of water. They just sit there and grow on their own. Rosemary kind of the same way. Herbs are easy. Dill is pretty easy, yeah. A lot of the herbs are pretty easy as long as you don't kill them in their first couple of months. Usually you can underwater them and they never get strong. Once the roots get strong, they pretty much just last on their own. My dad and my mom both were gardeners when I was a kid. We used to have like a vegetable garden. We make our own, food with our own peppers and tomatoes and okra and all that. So I kind of just got into it. It's chill. It's like the opposite of trading. It's just like a chill, water the plants sort of thing. I've grown everything from like watermelons to artichokes to 20 different kinds of lettuce. Last year I had all kind of different lettuces. I had fun with it. My garden right now is small because I don't have a lot of time for it, but it's like peppers and herbs for the most part. I doc pickles peppers, so I grow banana peppers for her, and then it's pretty chill. Vegetables encompass all their edible parts of the plant that are not fruits. Ah, great way to put it. All right, boot camp, guys. Mark it over. I'm out. Love y'all. Thanks for tuning in. See you later. See y'all in the morning. See y'all in boot camp.
Rocket scooter blast through the maze. Volume prediction shows the way. Leave the doubt and the fray. Liquidity map paints the scene. Hidden nodes like ghosts unseen. Reverse engineer to see the light. Illuminate the darkest night. Rocket scooter has got pull back curtains, let me see where institutions hide. Doubt can't live where you reside. Trends we ride with heads held high. Resilience makes the weak ones fly. Future volume crystal clear. Rocket scooter leads, no fear. No more guesswork, no more loss. Seeing paths the others cross. Institutions will be seen.